You know, when we hear the word law, we often think of a rigid set of rules, right? But what if I told you that God's law is more like a blueprint for a beautiful life? It is a transcript of His own character, as Ellen G. White says. Just as an architect's blueprint reveals their vision for a magnificent city, God's laws reveal His character, His goodness, His love, and His desire for His people to thrive. He wanted Israel to be a distinct community, a beacon of faith living under His leadership. The Ten Commandments are the foundation, but to truly apply those principles, God gave the Code of the Covenant, an intricate set of laws. These were designed to build an orderly society and stop the avalanche of evil. Imagine a master gardener with the most beautiful, valuable plant in the world. He creates a detailed guide, not to restrict the plant, but to ensure its healthy growth. The guide instructs on the perfect amount of water, the ideal temperature, and how to prune it to bear the most fruit. God's laws are that detailed guide for us, intended for our flourishing, not our confinement. Now, when it came to conquering the Promised Land, it's easy to think of it as a brutal military campaign. But was that God's plan? God's intention was for the land to be a gift, not a prize won by force. He had a different plan, to fight for them and give them total victory, as He did at the Red Sea. He'd even given the wicked inhabitants of Canaan 400 years to repent. The angel of God, who was Christ, was the key to their success. Centuries later, Jesus addressed the law of an eye for an eye, which had been twisted into a tool for personal revenge. He spoke against the rabbinical teachers who had perverted the law's original intent. Consider this: a great explorer hands his team a powerful modern compass. He also gives them an ancient map, but it's been reinterpreted so many times that the original paths are lost. The explorer arrives and says, "The map was simply meant to teach you how to use this compass." The compass is God's character of love and justice, and the map is His law. Jesus came to show us the correct way to use the law, to follow the path of love, not a rigid checklist. Paul echoes this idea, telling us, "Never avenge yourselves, but leave it to the wrath of God." Why? From a philosophical and legal standpoint, the concept of proportionality was a significant step away from unlimited vengeance. The law was designed to prevent over-punishment and endless blood feuds. Psychologically, research has shown that while revenge can feel satisfying for a moment, it often prolongs the emotional pain of the initial hurt. It's a cycle of bitterness that traps us. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is psychologically linked to better mental health and an ability to move forward. It's like a brilliant doctor writing a prescription for a life-saving medicine, but the patient's friends convince them it's a license for personal revenge. When the doctor returns, he explains, "This prescription was meant to heal, not to harm. It was only to be administered under a judge's supervision to prevent disease." Likewise, God's law was a prescription for a just society, not a license for personal revenge. We are reminded by Proverbs 20:22, "Do not say, 'I'll pay you back for this wrong.' Wait for the Lord, and He will avenge you." Ultimately, the lesson is that true perfection, as Jesus taught, isn't about perfectly following a checklist of rules. It is about reflecting God's character of unselfish love, forgiveness, and mercy, even toward our enemies. Paul's instruction in Romans 12:21 says, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." We are called to be like Him, leaving the pursuit of vengeance to a higher court, and practicing a love that goes beyond a law book. It is a great privilege to be presenting for Advent Word Media. My name is Nathan Matewa. We hope you enjoy this message and invite you to explore our content on our YouTube channel and Facebook page.